Wow, top Billin. Man, your man Pete Carroll and John Schneider, they be straight up gaming the system. This is where it gets a little bit scary for me as an Eagles fan, where I'm thinking like, well, damn. I'm thinking, yeah, be a pretty good chance for my Eagles to walk back to the Super Bowl. Obviously, it's going to be hard. A lot of great teams out there, San Francisco, and teams like that. Bobby Wagner signing back to the Seattle Seahawks after they've done what they've done and still can do in the draft. Allowing this man to be next to a guy like Devin Bush, who definitely needs to be able to play with somebody like a Bobby Wagner, have him show him the way for 1 year, $7 million. 1 year, $7 million. Philly couldn't have signed him for 1 year, $7 million. I was funny, swear, hand on Bible. I was going to do a video talking about how the Eagles need to get Bobby Wagner. We have holes at inside linebacker. We have the same exact hole just like Seattle. If we have Nakobe Dean's going to step up into one role, you have that other spot there kind of vacant, right? They signed a Morrow cat, but a cat like Bobby Wagner would have set it off to me, and he would have been the veteran, and maybe they could have still brought Nakobe Dean along. Seattle done damn did it. Come on, man. 1 year, $7 million. Wagner, 32, reuniting with Seattle after playing one season in Los Angeles. 2022, Wagner started off 17 games for the Rams, 140 combined tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 10 QB hits, and 2 interceptions, right? And you had people who were saying he was kind of falling off. If that's his falling off, right, I don't know what to tell you. You got to think about Seattle's roster now in the win now mode. You don't bring back Bobby Wagner just to have him being something where you're like, well, let's think about the future a little bit, Cletus. No, they're going after it. They made the playoffs last year. They could very well damn find themselves in the Super Bowl next year. And I hate to say that as an Eagles fan, but as an unbiased member of the media, professional member of the media, I take the fandom up out of it. And you got to salute Seattle because they still have work to do. They still have shit that they can do to add to it. Addressing the line of scrimmage, maybe addressing maybe someone in the secondary. You never know, right? Getting another top flight wide receiver, a 1B to a Metcalf, right? A 1B, 1C to Metcalf and your man Tyler Lockett launcher. That will be hard. There are ways that, right? They've been addressing the offensive line. Maybe one more player on the offensive line does that and hits the run game. Getting another running back. I would suggest later on in the draft, but hey, they're going to do what they're going to do. You just know that they have the bullets in the gun left, for lack of a better term there, to still fire off a whole lot of shots, and that has to be scary. People have been crying about Bobby Wagner since he left, and the man is right back in the building. And I think about that time when Quandre Diggs intercepted that pass and held the ball up in front of him. Man, that was apropos. I bet you him seeing that, man, and now re-signing, they're going to be back at it. He's going to be on the right end of that. Hopefully not against Philly, but hey, it is what it is on that front there. But definitely Seattle going to be a major player if they weren't so already. Bobby Wagner is the absolute truth, man. Crazy. I had just started pulling up clips on Bobby, right? Chopping up clips on him. And I was going to do something, like I said, for that Eagles thing. But I got sidetracked and started doing something else. But just a few clips that I did do, right, seeing the mental pressure that he puts on running backs, right? You can see in this particular approach right here, you get this power play right here, right? Almost like a split zone play. I want you to watch Leonard Fournette right here, right? This is damn near isolated with him one-on-one with the great one with Bobby Wagner here. Bobby slow plays this, right? He doesn't commit to a gap. He doesn't have to. Some people will panic and then shoot a gap. Leonard Fournette actually wants him to go right here where you think that this should go, right? So Leonard Fournette starts to play it that way, and look, Bobby's like, nah, buddy, I can read leverage. My guy already has this out here where he has his foot in this gap here. He's going to cause you to shoot it back that way. I'm just going to stay and be patient and splack a tie. Look at that. Folded that man like an accordion, right? and then split tie out him and sat him down like a lawn ornament or some shit like that. Like, what are we doing here, man? We'll go back to that right there. You can just see it right here. It's that mental pressure, patience. A lot of people would panic in that particular situation. Man, not Bobby Wagner. But listen, I'll go back and do an actual film study on Wagner a little bit later there. But listen, there you go right there. There's your guy. You know Bobby Wagner, he can work in traffic. He can do a whole lot of different things there. Obviously, on a one-year deal, probably still would want to address somebody in the draft, right? I don't know why it was a one-year deal, but you know what I'm saying? I don't count other people's money. To me, Bobby Wagner has another good 2 or 3 years left in him. That would have been dope for them to sign that man for a 2-year deal. Maybe it happens. Maybe they extend him one day. But, hey, Bobby Wagner is the absolute truth. There's no doubt about that. Very excited to see him be able to do his thing right there in Seattle. If I continue to cover Seattle, definitely want to see somebody like Bobby Wagner playing linebacker when I'm chopping up the film, instead of somebody like your man Barton, right? Actually, no. Now that I think about that, Jordan Brooks. I keep forgetting about Jordan Brooks. I'm not sure what that does, right? If you sign a guy like Devin Bush, I don't know, that's tough. Probably still would want to go somewhere in the draft. I'm not sure if Devin Bush will be a long-term answer. He could be. Maybe a guy like Bobby Wagner unlocks that there, but you still have Jordan Brooks there as well. So I don't know. You guys got to let me know what you think. Do you still go and get an off-ball linebacker in the draft? Maybe you wait a little bit now to target if you thought you were going to target someone before in the first round with that second pick or something like that. Maybe you wait until the second pick in the second round or even the third round to address off-ball linebacker round. Or do you go ahead and, like, lesson learned, right? You keep stacking them. Keep stacking them and stacking them. Maybe Jordan Brooks is not the long-term answer. Maybe Devin Bush is not the long-term answer. Maybe it's a young guy that's not already on the roster. I don't know. I would think Jordan Brooks is actually pretty viable in my opinion there. But, hey, you never know how people are thinking. So let me know what you think out there. But there you go. Your man Bobby Wagner back in the fold for you guys. So you guys can stop crying about that. Your man Bobby is back. All right? It's your boy Mid-Atlantic Murph. As always, thank you for rocking with your boy. Strike the band.